All right, so today we got two rather large trees that we're taking down for a customer. So before we get started, what I want to do is I want to show you the proper way to fell a tree so it kind of goes in the direction you want it to, so you're not getting the house or gas tanks or anything else that you don't want to hit. First, it's going to be an oak tree, and then over here we got a much larger sweet plum tree. I'm going to show you the proper process for how to do face cut and then to do your back cut using some wedges to properly control it. So we're going to talk through all that real quick. All right, so first thing you want to know is you need to be familiar with your saw. Okay, so on every saw, you're going to have a line. Okay, this line right here, it runs all the way around your saw, so depending on which way you have your saw facing. But what this is called your tree fell line. So when I'm cutting, I position my saw into the cut so that that line shows me where the tree is going to fall. Okay, so whenever we do our first cut, we're going to use this line to position ourselves to get our cut where we want it to go. The way we're going to do our cut, we're going to come in flat from the front. This is just a face cut is what it's called. You're going to come about a third into the tree. You don't want to go halfway or too far. Some of your professional tree cutters that are doing like huge cedars and things like that, they'll go 50% in because there's a lot more tree there. But for what we do, a third of the tree is about as far as you want to go. So you'll come a third of the way in, and like I said, you're going to position this line so that you get it directed where you want it. And we're going to come back and we're going to do the face cut where we're going to bring an angle down of greater than 45 degrees, and we're going to match the cut on both sides. And that's going to give us a wedge that we can knock out. Then after that, we're actually going to come down and we're going to cut a little bit of a wedge at the bottom too, and that's going to give you what they call an open face cut. So when the tree falls and it starts to compress on itself, it doesn't hit the rest of the tree before it goes past its full arc. So this will allow the tree to come down. It'll never touch itself. It'll kick away from the tree and go exactly where we want it to go. All right, so once we get our face cut in, we're going to come to the back side of the tree, and we're going to do the back cut when we start working our way in. So if your angle stops right here, you're going to bring your back cut all the way to about a tenth of the tree thickness. And that's going to go all the way across the tree, and it's going to give you your pivot point. That's what the tree is going to hinge on as it falls. So we'll start coming in here. We're going to take some wedges and stick back just to support the tree. So as we remove this material, the tree isn't moving. We're going to get right to where we want to be on that tip of that hinge on both sides. So we're going to watch it, make sure we get what we want. We pull the saw out, and then we're going to take the wedges and slowly tap them in. And the tree is going to very controllably just pivot on that hinge, kick out, and go right where we want it to go. So that's what we're going to do. So you can just watch us do that with the saw and keep going.